It is now my pleasure to introduce our first speaker, Dan Lashof of NRDC, the director of NRDC's climate program. Dan has a doctorate of environmental science and will be speaking to us about the science, the unrefuted science of climate change.
You know, this albedo stuff really works. This black surface is really hot. All right, is it hot enough for you out there?
Yeah.
All right, we are here today because the time for denial and delay is over. We are facing our last best chance to prevent a meltdown of the environmental systems upon which all of us depend. This is a critical moment in our national conversation on this issue. The Senate is preparing in the next few days to take up a comprehensive clean energy and climate bill. And they need to make decisions based on sound science, not denial, obfuscation, and delaying tactics. That's why you see this giant ice sculpture behind me. The globe symbolizes our melting planet due to man-made climate change. The words climate deniers are also melting away before your eyes, symbolizing the meltdown of the baseless attacks on climate scientists that we've seen over the last few months. Last winter, we witnessed the ridiculous spectacle of climate deniers claiming that a snowstorm proved that there was no global warming. Well, guess what? There's been an incredible heat wave since January. 45 degrees in just 6 months. At this rate, Washington, D.C.'s temperature is going to be hotter than Venus's by 2020. Now, that argument is as ridiculous as the argument that the climate deniers made last winter when they claimed that a snowstorm disproved global warming. Enough is enough. Let's talk about the real science. The fact is that the amount of heat-trapping carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is higher now than it has been in millions of years. It's a fact that the last decade was the hottest decade on record. It's a fact that the last 12 months were the hottest 12 months on record. And it's a fact, based on data released just today by NOAA, that June was the hottest June on record. And it's a fact that these trends will steadily get worse unless we take action now to limit and reduce the global warming pollution that is causing this unsustainable warming trend. And finally, it's a fact that the only hoax about global warming was the manufactured so-called ClimateGate so-called scandal. 5 independent panels have cleared the scientists whose emails were stolen over the last few weeks. The most recent report, the Muir-Russell report, declared that, quote, their rigor and honesty as scientists are not in doubt. 2 additional panels from Penn State University have cleared Michael Mann and said, quote, Professor Mann did not engage in, nor did he participate in, directly or indirectly, any actions that seriously deviated from accepted practices in the academic community. In recent weeks, a string of other authoritative reports have affirmed the basic science. Most significantly, the report from the National Academy of Sciences, America's most prestigious scientific organization, which declared, quote, climate change is occurring, is caused largely by human activities, and poses significant risk for, and in many cases already affecting, a broad range of human and natural systems. The reports are in. The science is clear. The evidence is sound. There is nothing left of ClimateGate but a puddle of melted delusions. It's time to have real leaders stand up in Washington and address our national climate and energy challenges. It's time for us to get serious about real solutions to this very real issue. We need real action on climate and energy now, before this last opportunity melts away.